Each airport in the National Airspace System has unique and distinct characteristics. This can sometimes lead pilots to use the wrong surface in taxi, takeoff, or landing operations. Let's take a look at some of these tricky areas from the flight deck. Santa Barbara Municipal is a medium-sized, multi-use airport located on the western edge of the city of Santa Barbara, California. Situated 75 miles west of the congested Los Angeles basin and along the Pacific Ocean shoreline, it's an attractive cross-country destination for student pilots, as well as pilots looking for a scenic place to land. The traffic mix consists of almost all types of aviation: scheduled air carriers, business and general aviation, and the occasional itinerant military flight utilize the airport. The runway configuration is made up of one set of parallel runways, 15 and 33 left and right, as well as the larger intersecting runway 725. The taxiway system provides access to services and ramps located north of runway 725 and east of the parallel runways. Two FBOs, one located in the northeast quadrant and the other in the southeast quadrant south of the air carrier terminal, provide business and general aviation services. When arriving at Santa Barbara Airport for the first time, pilots should review the requirements for operating within Class Charlie airspace. In addition, Santa Barbara has a unique arrival procedure when inbound for runway 25. The area directly east of the airport is densely populated. Most GA aircraft inbound to Santa Barbara Airport follow the shoreline westbound from the Los Angeles basin. In an effort to reduce the noise footprint of the airport, Tower will ask pilots to proceed along the shoreline until reaching the Moore Mesa open space, and then proceed to runway 25. The most common instruction for VFR aircraft that are arriving from the east will normally be to follow the 101 freeway and enter left base for either runway 15 left or runway 15 right. The volume of jet traffic will oftentimes preclude VFR arrivals from using runway 7 and 25 unless it is operationally advantageous. For this reason, it is important that pilots are aware of the location of the 101 freeway while on base leg to either runway 15 left or 15 right, and the associated procedure to fly over it. These procedures are in alignment with the city's preferred noise abatement routes. Hotspot 1 is found at the intersection of runway 7 and 25 and taxiway Charlie. Perhaps due to the airport geometry or to the distance from the runway to the hold short lines, aircraft landing runway 725 and instructed to clear at taxiway Charlie often fail to cross the hold short lines completely. This makes the runway unusable for following aircraft. Remember, pilots must taxi their aircraft completely across the protecting hold short lines of the runway they are exiting in order to be considered clear of the runway. Another issue occurs with aircraft landing 725 and turning onto one of the two parallel intersecting runways. This will often lead to conflicts with traffic utilizing either of those runways. Remember, you must have a clearance to operate on any runway, active or not. Once clear of the runway, pilots should stay on tower frequency until instructed to contact ground. The opposite is true for aircraft taxiing for departure. Stay on ground frequency until instructed to contact the tower frequency. The complexity of the taxiway system and the number of runway crossings required to reach the departure runway make it important that the ground controller can communicate with pilots in a timely manner. Waiting until holding short or finished with the run-up before calling the tower will help the ground controller keep traffic moving safely and efficiently. Another area pilots need to be aware of concerns the run-up area for runway 25. Taxiway Hotel ends at the run-up area. The taxiway south of there is no longer used and is closed. There have been several incidents in which pilots have finished their run-up and taxied south on the closed portion to reach the full length of runway 25. A closer look at the airport diagram or moving map display will identify the closed areas. If you are in doubt or unclear of how to proceed, stop and ask the tower. They are there to help. Another runway concern occurs when aircraft taxiing east or west on taxiways Hotel and Alpha are instructed to cross one runway and hold short of the other. As mentioned earlier, aircraft are not considered clear of the runway until completely across the hold short line for the crossed runway, while remaining short of the line for the next. Tower is aware that there is not much room in this situation and will not instruct you to do so unless your aircraft will fit. Tower remains vigilant of this factor when they issue this instruction. Aircraft taxiing for departure from the Southeast FBO utilizing runways 15 left or right and runway 25 need to be aware of a concern near the terminal ramp. Air carriers will push back and can block Taxiway Bravo. Do not turn off Taxiway Bravo into the ramp area to go around this traffic. Stop and ask the tower. You will be provided alternate instructions. One last general taxi reminder. At complex airports like Santa Barbara, the fastest and most efficient route to your destination on the field may not be the most direct. Traffic situations can dictate the need to avoid areas on the surface. Pay close attention to instructions and clearances. If you don't understand or are unclear, ask for clarification, but understand it might not be the route you were expecting. Aircraft departing runways 15 left and right will be instructed to fly runway heading, especially if their planned route is eastbound.
November 39 Quebec, fly runway heading and maintain VFR at below 1,500, runway 15 left, clear for takeoff.
Maintain runway heading, maintain VFR at below 1,500, clear for takeoff, runway 15 left, Centurion 39 Quebec.
This is to clear inbound traffic along the shoreline. The departure controller will turn aircraft eastbound to resume on navigation as soon as they are clear of traffic. Being aware of the hotspots and other configuration challenges at Santa Barbara will help pilots make better decisions and, along with the air traffic control tower, keep the operation safe and efficient. We hope this short video helps you prepare for your trip to the Santa Barbara Municipal Airport. It's always better to know before you go.